it's Bree Simulated here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today we're going ahead and playing the Not So Berry Challenge for the Blue Generation Part 3. So as you can see, we are not in the old family home anymore. I decided it was just way too hectic over there. We had way too many Sims. So we've just gone on over to the house just across the way. We're still really close to home. And yeah, we're just over here now. So the main reason why I ever wanted to go to the other house was to make sure that nobody dies and that we don't lose the house. Because if you didn't know, if you have a house and everyone dies in it, a lot of the time what can happen is you'll go ahead and lose the household inventory and like the things in the house, which can be really sad and annoying. So this is his new house. How did I forget to furnish the upstairs? Like what? Let's go ahead and do that together then. But yeah, I went ahead and moved him on into this house. It's just a little something for him to get started on until he gets on his own feet. I think what I'm going to go ahead and say is that he decided on his own accord that he didn't want to be living off of his parents' money in a sense, because in a way, that's what he was doing. His mum was famous, his dad was famous, they were all really successful, and in that respect, they had earned it and they had gone ahead and built themselves up, and they had then chosen to move into this lovely family home, not because they needed it or they needed money or they like needed help or whatever. They chose to move into the family home because they wanted to, and they wanted to live on the rest of their lives there, their adult lives, and eventually retire in Brindleton Bay by the beach and whatnot. Whereas he was sort of just like along for the ride, and in a way to him that felt kind of wrong because he wanted to know what it was like to work hard and like work for his family. He's obviously a very family oriented sim, so he just wanted to know what that was like to live it rough like his parents, even though since like the second generation this family has not had it that rough in a sense. Like financially they've always been stable. Even if the Sims we were controlling didn't have a lot of money, they had family back here in Brindleton Bay living like just over there in a mansion. So I'm sure if they were ever tight on cash, they could have easily asked for it. But he just wants to see what it's like to live on his own. And I think at this point, his family over there are like, he's not going to last long. Like he'll be back in like 5 minutes flat. We'll see him tomorrow. Like it's not going to last is essentially what they're all thinking. But I'm excited for him to prove them wrong, hopefully. So we've gone ahead and done up our room. It's looking pretty good. We're all moved in. I just renovated this house a little bit. If you like it, I'll eventually put it on the gallery. But we're feeling a little bit hungry and tired. So I guess we'll just go ahead and have a quick little ham and cheese sandwich before heading off to bed. And yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say on the reasoning as to why we moved over here to this house. We're still in Brindleton Bay. We're still with the fam. We're still experiencing everything over here, and like we're doing fine. It's not as if we're struggling. It's not as if this is like a punishment or anything. This is more of a choice he made, and I'm really loving this new house. Obviously it's like an old house, but it's got some new vibes because I've the way I renovated it, and I think it looks super duper cute. This is where we're going to be living for quite a bit of the challenge. This is going to sound really bad, but we're mostly living here until some of the people over in that household die, because that will make it a little bit easier for me to live there. I think we'll live here until we have 2 kids. Then once we are about to have our 3rd, we'll move back home. I want to have a lot of kids this generation because it is the final one, and I'm like, I'm going to miss playing with these so much. So I just want them to have like as many kids as physically possible. For now, we're just going to go ahead and take care of our needs. And then it's like lunchtime. Boy, did we sleep in. Do we have work today? No, but we work tomorrow. And we need to level up our writing skill. So I think what I'm going to have him do is make some eggs and toast. And then he can go ahead and work on his writing skill. Why can't he get downstairs? Oh, because it's lunchtime now. Okay, go ahead and have a salad, my dude. And then we're going to go ahead and I guess we'll practice writing a column to get our skill up. We just need to get our skill up to level 1, so we should do that like instantly pretty much. But yeah, it's a nice snowy New Year's Eve day. And yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah, we do have enough people living in this household that are old, like young enough that the household won't get sold. So the youngest person living here is Eliana, and she is the same age as our boy Billy. So we will always know, like, she won't die before the house is going to be abandoned. So Betty will probably be the first to die, if not Bullet, and then after that, it'll be Giselle and Tetsu, but they won't be dying for a while. They're still adults. They're not even elders yet. So, you know. Do we want to go on a date? Sure. Okay, we're over here with our girlie. She is so cute. Let's go ahead and blow her a kiss, caress her cheek, make her feel loved because she is. Then I guess we can go ahead and sit and chat over at the bar and order some drinks for our group. We're going to go ahead and buy some like expensive ones. Ooh, let's get some coconuts. That'll be kind of funny. We're just over here flirting with her, telling her she's all that. And we're going to head inside because it is really, really cold. I guess we're getting our New Year's Eve started early. But I think what we're going to go ahead and do is say that we're celebrating him moving out of home and like being independent. And obviously Ava is still living at home with her dad. Her and her dad live... I don't think we can see her house from here, but her and her dad... Wowza, that was some good fire breathing. They live over by where Phoebe lived when she was living independently in Brindleton Bay. So they're living over near there. And she's living with her dad. I'm not quite sure whatever happened to her mum. Like, she just doesn't have a mum. So maybe she kind of feels bad about moving out of home because that would mean leaving her dad to live alone. Because I imagine at this stage, Billy is 21 and she is probably 22, 23 because she always was a little bit older than him. Like, she was in the year above him at school. So it's always been kind of like a bit different because she's been living at home for quite a few years after moving out of the high school scene. Whereas Billy is like fresh out of it all and like moved straight out of home. So she's feeling kind of bad about moving out of home. Can I just note that she has some of the worst traits, but we have to go ahead. Oh, are you okay? We have to go ahead and marry her because we have to marry our high school sweetheart. She's a kleptomaniac glutton who hates children. Let's go ahead and ask her about her career. I doubt she has a job because I like have touched her. Oh, I've like put her into a house and moved her. So yeah, she's unemployed. I don't know what we'll have her do. Maybe she'll be more of like a stay-at-home mom and she won't really ever get a career. I don't know. Oh, it's nice to be with someone who we can talk to for hours. How about we go ahead and make a resolution? Let's make a resolution to get promoted because that's what we really, really want to do. And I guess we'll go ahead and share it with her. Be like, hey, I really want to do better in my career this year. Maybe he's been like a paper deliverer for a while now. She's like double fisting drinks over here. Oh my god. These guys are going to make the cutest freaking babies, I swear. Okay, we are back home and we're sitting on down here over... Oh, she beat herself. Okay, we're going to go ahead and ask if she would like to stay the night because, you know, it's getting kind of late. She's feeling kind of tired. But we're going to go ahead and just be really, really nice to her because we know she's kind of awkward about moving out of home. She feels bad for leaving her dad alone ever since her mother passed away. So we're just going to go ahead and try and make her feel as comfortable and as at home as possible. I'm going to real quick just flirt it up with her a little bit. Oh, he came and like sat next to her. Oh, Giselle is here. This is kind of awkward. We're like, hey, I'm just going to turn on the thermostat. And then he sees his mom is here. And he's like, hey, mom, Happy New Year. That his mom is here as well. This is going to be so awkward. We're like, hey, how about you come inside and watch the countdown with me and Ava? And Giselle's probably like, okay, sweetie, I'll be there in a minute. I didn't realize you had her over. I would hate to ruin your vibe. But we're over here counting down to midnight together. And, oh, Giselle did join us in the end. How cute. Yay, Happy New Year. Oh my goodness, they're having a New Year's Eve kiss. And Giselle is just like, oh, okay, that's my cue to turn around. Oh, so cute. Look at this little candid shot of her like smiling like this. Eva, and we're going to go ahead and give her our residence key, but that's just actually going to be what I'm going to do so we can go ahead and ask her to move on in. Okay, we're going to go ahead inside and chat, and I wonder, does she need to take a pregnancy test? She does. Wait, let's go ahead and get her to take one. She's like, okay, I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick. Which door is it? And we're like, oh yeah, it's just over this way. Oh my God, is she pregnant? Oh my God. She's like, oh my goodness, it's positive. Oh my God. Is our mum still here as well? She's like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? That is crazy. Is she feeling good about being pregnant? No, she's not, because she hates children. But I bet she feels really conflicted because she like knows that he has always wanted a lot of kids and that he like wants a big happy family. He wants to be this super parent, sorry, my New Zealand accent just slipped out. I'm really excited that she's pregnant, but obviously she's entitled to not be excited. She's always voiced that she does hate children and that she doesn't really want kids, but maybe she felt kind of like pressured by society. Like, you know how a lot of people say they don't want kids and then everyone's like, oh, you'll change your mind. Oh, you'll need to like make sure you're certain, otherwise your time will run out or whatever. I feel like it's that kind of situation, and maybe they just accidentally got pregnant and she knows like how much this means to Billy, so she decided, hey, let's just keep it and maybe I'll give this a try, and maybe once I actually have a kid I will not feel this way anymore. So anyway, Billy is heading off to work early this Sunday morning. Hopefully he gets promoted. I'm not sure if he will, but Ava's over here at home feeling mega uncomfortable from her morning sickness. Okay guys, Billy went ahead and got promoted to story researcher. He'll now make $29 per hour. He also received $241. Did he actually finish his day? I guess so. He must have worked like 6 to 11. That's a really weird shift. He needs to go ahead and get his skill up some more. But for now, we're going ahead and inviting everybody on over. So we're going to go ahead and invite everyone in, and we're all going to go ahead and sit on the couch over here. I'm not sure if there'll be room for everyone, but what we're going to go ahead and do is share the big news with all of our family and friends. Share the big news with everybody, and like especially her dad. We're going to just tell them all, hey, we are having a baby. And obviously we've already told Billy. We're going to go ahead and tell our friend Krista, and then of course we'll just leave it there for now. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and tell Giselle, hey Giselle, thanks for coming, just letting you know you're going to be a grandma. And they're probably like, oh my goodness, we're so excited for you. I can't believe you guys have only just moved out of home and you're already expecting. I wonder how Tetsu is going to react. Tetsu, what do you reckon? Tetsu seems like he's pretty happy as well. He's like, wow, this is amazing, amazing news. And we're going to go ahead and tell our dad, like, hey dad, guess what? I'm having a baby. And he's like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy for you. He's like side-eyeing him over here though. I bet Krista would be so happy for us. She's like, oh, wow, I'm so happy. Okay, so this is what she looked like when we very first found out she was pregnant and when we went ahead and told all of our family members. We'll go ahead and chat with our mom once we finish writing our column. We're like, hey mom, what's up? And she's like, oh, I just wanted to let you know that if you ever need anything, I'm always here for you and Ava. And also, just letting you know that I think it would be a really good idea if you proposed to her, because I know she was feeling a little bit anxious about having children and always said she didn't want to have them. So I think it would be a good idea if you got married, not just romantically, but you know, for the legal purposes and whatnot. And oh, she also said something nasty about Tetsu. Maybe she was like, yes, your father didn't want to marry me at first when I got pregnant. Why is she English all of a sudden? Maybe she's saying about how Tetsu was like skeptical about getting married in the beginning because he was like famous and she wasn't, and all this like baby mama drama. And she's just like, I just want you to be careful and make sure that you're protected and you and your baby are going to be okay, and that she won't just up and leave you. But little do we know that it probably won't be Ava doing the mischievous, naughty things. He is eventually going to go ahead and have an affair. I wonder who with. Maybe we'll have to do it with Krista. Or maybe we'll have to find like someone who he works with, like someone else who is a critic, and have him like get with the critic boss, like maybe his like assistant or something. But I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and leave this part. In the next part, we're going to go ahead and propose to Ava as per our mum's suggestion, and we might even be giving birth. Until next time, I hope you have a very snazzy day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!